Alrighty, incredible afternoon. All right, so we're gonna do it like this. The thing has to be exposed, so you got to see the other shirt so that it actually presses. Do it the long way. These are all still the largest.
All sizes the same first.
Oh yeah, it is a big difference in color.
I
Oh
told you
wow.
that.
Other way, it should be the collar. Wow, that's a big difference in color. Um, I was saying to fold it with the front part, but it's okay. All right, hola people. So we are going to do our very first set of DTF print, like an order with DTF prints. We pressed one already. He has to go, so I will end up talking about these, and then we're going to press some, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and stuff on them because even though I have a thought on them anyway, probably other than I like the feel of those, like all the technical stuff. I will say though that I wish I would have ordered these shirts all together. I already had a set of next level black shirts, but these shirts are actually very, very, very different in color. One is like a true black, and the other one, I don't know what the heck going on with that. Like, I mean, they are the same brand, but they look totally different. So that is just, you know, just off the top for anyone doing shirts. If you have an order that has a lot of shirts, try to order all of those shirts together because one batch to the next may have been made differently. And that is the case with these next level shirts. One is like a pure black and the other one isn't quite. So, yeah. What we're doing now is we're going to actually do these four. I'm going to create the creases in these, and we just folded them in half, laying them down, and I'm going to press it, which is a lot of pressure because it's four shirts on there, just so that I can get the center line on these. And we're just going to do the center line for all of them. That way we don't have to worry about it once we get ready to press them. So I got all of my center lines on these. We got a couple more to do. Hello. I experienced the same thing recently with the color of some gilded black shirts. Will I be selling transfers? No, we do not have a DTF printer. We purchased these from Florida Flex. This is just our first time completing an order using DTF transfers, but we will not be selling them. We ordered them from a place here in South Florida called DTF, called Florida Flex. So if you're in the South Florida area, I think they also ship. It's like a 2-day turnaround for them, and they do it 22 inches by 1 yard, so 36 inches. That is the minimum. So you just fill it up however many you can fit on there. For this particular order, we end up using 5 different sheets to get all of these designs on there, and it was about it was $125. Hey, cousin. No, this isn't the machine. Like, we don't have our DTG machine. And even when we do it, I don't think I will be selling DTF transfers because we don't have like the roll to roll. So to print them out on the DTG and then go and do that, I don't know if I really want to do the whole manual shaking of the powder and then manually curing them. So I'm not saying that we're offering DTF prints. We ordered them, and this will be our first order with them. Okay. Do you have to pay a setup fee? Not with this particular company, no.
This one needs to go
Front and back. Like, make sure the collar is just not on the platen. So this was what the large sets, right? Mm-hmm. So to make life easier for us, because each one of these has a different saying on the back, we separated them based off of size. So it doesn't really matter which saying goes on the back of which large shirt. It's just that that's all the large shirts and all the sayings that go on the back of that. We will end up doing those. So it's a total of 7 shirts. One set is front and back, and then the other one is just front. So this particular client ordered 2 sets of shirts. So that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me one more. Or you can just do all. What size are those?
The 2X.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because there's only one 2X anyway. Like one set of them. They ordered 2 of each size because they have 2 shirts each. So meaning the 2X one is only one set, like it's for one person. The name of the company is Florida Flexible. Someone says, oh, wow, I didn't know they did that. Perfect. Oh, I can't see it says Facebook user, but yes, you must be in South Florida. Yes, Florida Flex does it. And they're about to do something new because they got a new machine in there. I'm not sure what else they're about to do with it, but they've been doing the DTF prints for a couple months now. Yes. Like I said, you just gotta have to hold it. So right now we're just pre-pressing them and also just putting the crease in them. That way we can line them up. I'm going to finish creasing the transfers so that I have my center point on them so that we can just line them up to the center point. All right. Here.
Back.
Yep. So when doing the shirts, we just want to make sure that we do have the collar off of the press, especially since this is the back of the shirt. We don't want to press it to where the collar is there because then you're going to see that impression on your shirt. Some of these, depending on how they were cut, some of them are a little bit higher than others. If you can cut it to where it is as straight as possible, it's really going to help you with aligning your shirt. So we're going to go there, put this on there. And you're going to just line those up. And if your collar is right off the platen, you're just going to come maybe like your, what the hell does ink come from? Because this is such a large design. I'm probably just going to go about the same distance from the front, like 4 from the bottom, because this is such a long design. So you can do your hands, and because the collar's right there, just put your hand there, and that is where the top of the reindeer will go. And as long as the lines line up on there, it is straight. So that is 1, 2. What do I do with the other one? Put it back. So if you want, you can probably let it cool by doing the next one and then doing the front. So it is a bit of it's a cool peel, so we have to let it cool. So we're just going to take this off of the platen, and he's going to do the next shirt. And then we'll go back when we get ready to do the front. We will go ahead and take it off. Hello. Thank you guys for joining the live. You guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That way it helps the algorithm. Drop a hello. Let me know where you are watching from. And if you've ever done DTF prints, let me know. All right, so the extra large one, where is their print? Okay, this is for watch all the Christmas movies. Hold on. Wait. What's the one you just did? Okay, eat all the cookies. Where is, so your hand. But I'm trying to figure out where is watch all the Christmas movies is what? Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, that's an extra large. Oh no, it's 2 sets of 2Xs. Okay, so it's the extra large where there's only one. The 2X, we should have 4 shirts. That's that set over there. That is for the extra large. Okay. So you got to press and have 2 more 2Xs. Here, we'll do the extra large.
What is this that we're doing now?
Those are larges.
We're doing larges?
Because there's only 3 but it's front and back, and then there's their Jesus is the reason for the season. Hold on. And then I'll fold the other 2X's to get them ready since we already have 2X's. Oh shoot, please tell me that. Wait, what size is that? Oh, something just did that. Hold on. And then what are the 2X's you just did?
2X's.
I thought you pressed in half 2X's.
Right. Yeah, there's somewhere right there.
Oh, these are large. What size is that one? Oh, that's an extra large. This is an extra large.
Extra large.
So where the hell did 2X's go? I thought you pressed them in half.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, okay. I was like, Lord Jesus, we got the wrong ones. Okay.
The one on the bottom.
All right. And then this is all these are 2X's. No, this is another large. How the hell? It should be 3 larges, which we did 1, 2, 3.
That's 3 right there.
Okay, this is extra large, 2X, 2X. Okay, so we don't need this one. This was technically an extra one because it's only 3. All right, press it. Press it to get the center line. Oh no, okay, no, this is the Jesus is the reason shirt. Okay, that's why. This is the third one for Jesus is the reason for the season. And then we need 2 more 2X's. You can do one of those. Yeah. It's the print of
The back.
The back, yeah. Let's see. Of course, I designed these in Silhouette Studio, and then I saved it as a PDF. I took that PDF, opened it up in Photoshop, and saved it as a PNG. It was all sized perfectly, didn't have to make any adjustments. So designed in Silhouette Studio, saved as a PDF, open the PDF. You can open up in Photoshop, Illustrator, Corel Draw, Affinity, any of those that can open up the PDF and then save it as a PNG where when you save it, it's saved as 300 DPI and of course at the regular size. So that's the only thing I used Photoshop for was to save it.
Okay, the other ones?
Huh? Yeah, we can do that. And I'll prep the. Now, the one thing that we noticed when we did the first one was like, I guess it's like the film from it or something like that. Like you can see like little spots on it when we peeled it off. So I'm not sure you're supposed to do a finishing one, but we did a finishing press by putting parchment paper on top and then letting it press for that 10 seconds. And so after he does that finishing press, we're going to go ahead and do the front side of them because this particular one is double-sided. So we're gonna flip it, and this ink probably won't run. So you can either thread it or you can, like our heat press, we can thread. So you can either thread the shirt to make sure that none of the ink gets on your platen, or you can lay it down. So the joy of doing the line is, even if you're not quite centered, the line tells you the center no matter where your shirt is. So you're going from, doesn't matter. So it's just still this way, and it's 4 fingers from the top and to this part of the design. So line it up on, put it on the line first. So line up. See down here, it's off. So to make sure it's not crooked, because the paper is cut wrong. So you have to go by this because it's going off of the actual design. So the paper might look crooked, but it's not. And then from the collar, yeah. So that's why you put it, and we're just gonna slide it up so that, actually no, I'm gonna go center. And so when we do this, we have about there. So that should be good right there. And it should be on the number 2. Yep. So with the Hottronics, because it has before? Ooh, I can get them whenever I'm not finished. Because we have the Hottronics, it has like different, you can do different settings. So we don't have to like necessarily like count it down or change the time. We're able to set one setting for like either a pre-press or a finishing press, and then for the actual dwell time. So with these, they say to do them for 15 seconds. That is even. That's my husband, Mr. 365. I love the colors. Even's like he likes the way that it feels. Like you really don't feel it at all. It is still topical, meaning that it is on top of the shirt. It's not embedded into it, but you really cannot feel it at all. Like it is, I mean, I think it's even smoother than screen print. You don't feel it's not raised or anything like that. I mean, you can feel the fact that it's there, but when you go like from edge to edge, you don't feel an edge to it. Uh-huh.
So the fronts are the same.
Uh-huh. And we might as well finish off the larges and do their Jesus is the Reason set of shirts, and then I can package those up. We'll put all those to the side together. I kind of wish I would have known that, and I would have put this on the other ones. Are there other larges in there? I don't like the color on this.
The Christmas.
Huh? Yeah, that's about right.
And my thumb.
Yeah. So I mean, no. So that's already. So you're either going to do this one, or you're going to measure from the center of the armpit. So it's one or the other.
So the top of Christmas.
Yeah. Looks a little. Okay. All right, so my helper's leaving, huh?
You got this one that's done.
Uh-huh.
So if you feel this one, it's not done.
Oh, okay. That still needs to do the front too. All right.
Don't mess it up.
Don't tell me don't mess it up.
You should do one side at a time.
Excuse me, sir. Who is the instructor here? Just telling me to make sure I do one side at a time. So they're really easy to apply. It's 310, 15 seconds. Okay, so this looks a little bit funky. When it came out, let me see if I can kind of show you guys. So I'm hoping that it's actually going to stick. I don't know why it did it that way, but like, I'm not sure if you can see how that looks. In some areas you can see just straight red, other ones you can't. So I'm not sure what that is about. I'm so mad that I forgot to knock out the black, so it's going to stand out on this shirt, which I didn't necessarily want it to do that. But that was my fault because I forgot to knock out the black around it so that that part is the shirt. So we have this one to do. The one thing that I did notice, like with some of them, if you try, like me trying to peel it up from one side, it's like it wanted to raise, but I pulled it from the other side and it comes off. And I went this way, it seemed like, you know, if I pulled it, the yellow would come up. So I just alternated and pulled it from the other side. Just watch what you're doing. Make sure that nothing's going to pull up, especially if you did not order extra ones. Now, for these back prints, I don't have any extras. I ordered because of, you know, they were specific sayings. So I don't have any extra of the back prints. But if I mess up like the Jesus is the reason, something that was very generic, I did order extras of those. So I'm being very cautious with the back prints and this whole thing because I don't have extras of these. Now, I do see the appeal of having, like, you know, using DTF prints. I don't know, like, we have a Roland EcoSolvent printer, but this is so detailed. With the Roland, this would have taken forever to print and cut because of all of the little pieces, because it's like a knitted sweater. So this would have taken quite a while to cut on our EcoSolvent printer. So I would not have wanted to do this with our Roland. I was glad that we do have someone locally that does DTS. I've seen some people, like, their turnaround time is kind of ridiculous for me. And in my opinion, it's kind of ridiculous, some of the turnaround times. And for this one, I got them within 2 days. Even for some people, for their EcoSolvent prints. Okay, this seems so weird and so off. Oh no, that just seems off. It's not, but it does seem off. Yeah, I've seen some people say like 5 to 7 days turnaround. And I mean, when you're ordering it from someone and their turnaround time is a few days and you have to wait for shipping, you literally would have to plan. And when it comes to your orders, like, you're limited to the time frame. You know, if someone needed something within a week or so, you couldn't offer anything to them because their turnaround time is a week and you have to wait for shipping. So I am very grateful that they are local. That's one of the best things that you guys can do to me. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to DTF prints, is look for someone that is local to you that offers them. That way you don't have to worry about the shipping portion of this. I do recommend lint brushing, but I have no idea what my lint brush is, so we're just going to roll with it. With DTF prints, there is no limitation on the blend of shirt that you can use. There's no limitation on the color of the shirt. I'm going to let this go because I was actually on 1 and not on 2. So I'm going to let it go for a few more seconds. Okay, this one didn't do like the other one did. So we're just going to chalk that up to being a fluke with the other one. So once this is done, all the largest will be done. This has a lot of creases. So I'm going to definitely need to lint brush these before we package them up because, baby, that's a lot of lint. So I am going to package this up, lint brush it before we package it up. I'm going to knock out a little bit of those lines just to flatten them out a little bit there, but I don't want to lose my center line. My approach to these with sizing them and ordering them, I make everything the same size except for the ones for the 2X. It wasn't really a big difference in size. It's like large, extra large, and 2X. So they're pretty much sized based off of like what I would typically do for a 2X size so that I didn't have to have a whole bunch of different ones and then have to also worry about that. Like the back one I had to do and separate them. Then I have to go through the prints and figure out which one was bigger than the other. So just to be able to cut down on time, they're all the same exact size. Yes, I went to Florida Flex. It was mainly because of the Christmas crew and it being so small. Me trying to cut that, it would have taken forever to do these 7 shirts. So since I was going to do it for the one, I said, let me do it for all of them. And I just, like, okay, let's just test out doing DTF. Now, the one thing with the Christmas crew, though, is because that area, like those knitted pieces are so small, behind the red, I can see some of the white and adhesive, like the adhesive powder, because of that. The other thing with it is my shadows did not really produce as shadows because, of course, it is a solid print. It's not really, I don't think it's printing it with like a lower opacity. So the shadow areas look white. I don't like that. I should have actually just made those like a grayish color or like a light, like basically a light black or like a gray, because I don't really like the way that it looks. And then you don't really see the shadow on here. On the computer, you see it, but with the DTF print, shadows did not convey very well on here. This does have a matte look. It is not shiny at all. It is a matte look. DTF usually does that if it hasn't cooled completely, it's supposed to be cold. No, so I'm not peeling any of them beforehand. They are all cold. I'm doing a cold peel on all of them. So now this is done. This is the front. And this is the back. So they all have different sayings like this. And then Christmas crew on the front. So large, and you grab a trash can. I don't keep dropping them on the floor. Now, there are going to be several types of DTF vendors. Some have a roll to roll, like a roll feed system when it comes to printing them, kind of like DTF. Their minimum is 22 inches by 36. So you have to do a yard. It's the way their system is set up. You have to print, you have to have at least, your design has to be a yard, okay? Now, there are some that does sheets. Because these are not all the same size, and on that 36-inch sheet, on some of them, it was like 5 prints. Some it might have been 6 prints, depending on the size. One of them, it was like only 4 prints. Trying to get a consistent price point can be an issue if it's not the same amount of prints on each one. Because if you only can fit 5 prints because one part is bigger and you have 6, it still costs $25 for that 36-inch sheet. So when you do the math, something might be $7, some might be $9, something might be, if you could fit 36 on that, you're 25 on that, you're paying $1 per transfer. So that is one of the, I guess not to say downsides of it, but it's, I don't like what that did. Luckily I do have extras of this one. All right, let's see if we can get that to maybe look full on red, because that just, you can see the splotchiness in that. Let's see. Yes, I got them from Florida Flex. Okay, so if it does not adhere when you first do it, I guess I'm not sure what that is. Luckily, it was on the one that's a single-sided, so I can redo this and I can kind of keep this one for myself. But I don't like the way that this came out. Like when I was showing you guys that, you can literally see that on there. I'm not sure why this particular one, when it pressed, you saw those white areas, and you can see it on here. So you do want to make sure that when you press it, you don't see any of those, because once you lift it up, they will be on there. So I'm just going to reprint these. Oh, you know what it probably was? We did not pre-press this. So definitely pre-press to bring out the moisture. That might be moisture in the shirt that came up through the adhesive part. So no, they don't. If you're just coming in, no, they do not accept the Silhouette file. I design in Silhouette Studio. However, I save it as, that's going to be Houston. We're going to have a problem. I save it as a PDF file, and then took that PDF file, opened it up in Photoshop, and saved it as a PNG. It must be a PNG file. No, you cannot do the DTF hack on black shirts because there is no white ink. These have, I'll show you the backs of one of them. These have white ink on the back. So yeah, all right. That was probably my fault because I did not remove the moisture. So for the next ones, I will make sure that I remove the moisture from them. That's the only thing I can think of as to why it did that little, whatever it was that it just did. All right. So now let's do Okay, why do I feel like I have way too many dang on shirts? Oh, this is Jesus is the reason for the season. Okay. I'm going to pre-press this one. Now, I mean, but the other ones I didn't pre-press and I didn't get that. But I'm going to pre-press this one and I'm going to have to repress the crease into it. I'm not sure if that was the reason, but it looks like there's, I don't know, there's like water spots on it. So we are going to pre-press this to pull out any moisture and then press the DTF print. Let's see. The colors are great because of how I did it. I did not do like a screenshot. Like I said, I saved it as a PNG and then as a PDF and then saved as a PNG. Let's see. You have to give StreamYard permission. Why did you save it in Photoshop as a PNG and not in Silhouette Studios? Silhouette Studios PNG, I can't stand for stuff like this. The quality of it. I did a video before. If you watch my video about like when I saved these, I did the video and I showed the difference in saving as a PNG from Silhouette Studio. The quality of it is just not the same. It is very, very pixelated around the edges. Now, I kind of messed up because when I did them, I didn't realize that this was so close to the other one. So my star that belongs here, which I should probably just cut this off and then put it on top of the other one. Yeah, let's do that for the whichever one is missing it instead of having it have two. So on some of them, it merged with the one above it. So the star ended up right on there. So I'm going to cut this star off. And for anyone that doesn't have it at the top, I'm going to add this star. I get confused. Literally, all you have to do with Photoshop is open the PDF. As soon as you open it up, export to PNG, and that's it. I did a video on it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else to it. You don't have to play around with Photoshop. All you're using it for is to export it out. Yeah, so that is a lot better. So it was the pre-pressing that made the difference on these. All right, so that is the extra large. That is the only one that's like that. All right, so we do have to pre-press. So now I wish I had my second machine going, my second heat press, because I would use one to pre-press and pull out the moisture and the other one to press the actual design. I got those and I didn't press long enough. Oh, shoot. I'm not talking to y'all. Well, I pressed them for 15 seconds. Some of them did it. I mean, all of them were pressed at 15 seconds. So I'm not sure why that one did that. Well, those two. But to be on the safe side, I'm just going to remove the moisture from all of the shirts and then put my line on them. Printing and pressing direct to film at also Awesome. Jesse says he always pre-presses. Now, see, for me, because I am not used to having to pre-press with sublimation, I also don't really pre-press when it comes to vinyl either. It's just kind of different for me to remember to pre-press because I really don't pre-press. What time is it? 3:56. All right. I mean, we normally go get Zion Imani at about 4, but today he's going to stay a little bit later. Okay, why do I feel like I'm missing some prints? Because that's the big one. Where in the heck are the other? Oh, shoot now. I am definitely missing some of the Christmas crew prints. That's not all of them. Oh, they're over here. Okay. All right. Hold on, y'all. I almost forgot that I was going to do TikTok. All right. So let me see. Now that the sun isn't here, it's really hard to see anything. All right. So I need a total of 4. 2X shirts because it's two shirts per. I mean, 2 sets, 2 designs per size. So per size or per person. Yeah, I'm just gonna pre-press them all. Even on the pre-press, make sure that your collar is off of the press so that you don't get, especially if your shirt has any amount of polyester, these have a little bit of polyester in them. It will leave a mark. The one thing that it does seem like is with the DTF, it does have dye migration blocks. So none of this polyester, I haven't seen it where any of the polyester is bleeding through. So it seems like there is some dye migration block on it. All right, hello for guys who are just joining over on TikTok. We are doing DTF prints. This is our first time doing a DTF print order. Typically, I would do heat transfer vinyl, sublimation, printable transfers such as Jet Pro 3G or Eco Solvent prints. However, we elected to try out the DTF this time just for the number of shirts and the details that was in this particular order. And the Eco Solvent just would have taken too long to cut out this many, like the details in some of these. Especially, you'll see the ones that say Christmas Crew. If you haven't seen that one already, it would just take a bit much to cut that out. What you're about to see Now the Christmas crew. I designed it where it is like a knit, and that would have been too much for the Eco Solvent printer. Well, at least the one that I have, the Roland. I mean, it does what it does. It does what it's supposed to do, but for stuff like this, it is actually pretty slow and not ideal. There's a lot of space up there. You can either cut it down or make sure that when you're not going off of the top of whatever you cut it from, you want to make sure that you are going off of the top of the design. If you are going to use like the forefinger, if you're going to use like a ruler, you want to make sure that you are going off of the top of the design and not the top of wherever the paper has the film is cut at. I'm also going to use my middle piece, and that's kind of where I want that at, center of chest. Probably pull it down just a little bit. I took my pressure up just a little bit. I mean, I think the time is okay, but maybe the other one's messed up because of pressure. So I did take my pressure up just a little bit so that I don't get any of those like watermarks. This is a cool peel, so we're going to go ahead and put this off to the side so that it can cool. We're going to do the next one. If you are just joining, we had 7 sets of shirts to do. So there were 7 shirts for each design, and how we prepped and just being able to kind of flow through it is, of course, separate all the shirts. They do have different sayings on them, but we just separate the shirts, put it with the saying that goes with that shirt. So what am I doing? Wait, did I put the print on there? No, I did not. Oh, my bad. I meant to show you guys what the back looks like. So with the DTF hack, you don't have white. This is what allows it to go onto dark garments, is the white part on there. The DTF hack, you don't get that. You're going to get like they say, like the alligator skin or like that look on it. That's the adhesive. But true DTF has white on the back. With the hack, whether you are doing it with sublimation ink, if you're doing it with a sawgrass printer, if you're doing it with a regular pigment ink printer, if you're doing it with a dye-based printer, you cannot put it on dark shirts. And if you didn't know, you are not limited to sublimation ink to do that hack. You can literally do it with any printer, because all you're doing is putting the powder on the back of wet ink, and all of them are wet ink. Uh-oh, sorry. I need to pull my heat press up some. It's so far back, it's ridiculous, from the edge of this stand. All right. I was on the wrong print. I mean the wrong number. So I let it stay for a little bit longer. All right, we look good there. And we're going to do their other set, which will have Jesus. And the one that's there, I have to let it cool. It is a double-sided design. So we're putting their most like. Oh my gosh. Did I fix it? I think I did fix it. I knew I had one where it said 2 twice, but I think I did send them the corrected one. Oh my God, I forgot to check for that. Hopefully, I didn't screw up. If not, I'm going to have to just find some like a design for us and then mix it with it and reprint it. So just like sublimation prints, I like to fold it in half to get my center point so that it lines up with the center line that's on the shirt, and that makes it to where no matter how this is cut, it's going to be straight. Which were my scissors. Oh, I need to cut this off. Do I preheat the ink? No, because these are already done. I did not print these myself. We got them printed from a company that does DTF. So they, of course, are cured. I have to close them. Already, I did preheat the shirt, but not the ink. So I don't have to put it underneath like the heat first or anything like that. I have to turn my screen. I need to hear what you said about the ink and the paper again. What do you mean? What about what? DTF? Like real, like the hack, or real DTF or sublimation? I've seen where you need to heat the transfer sheet to your. Okay, so you're talking of. Okay, guys, I did not print these myself. These are true DTF prints. These are true DTF prints. This is not the hack. When you are doing the hack yourself and you are going to print it on your printer, you do need to cure, not the ink, you're curing the powder on the back. So you would print it on the same exact film like this is. You would then print it out. You're going to sprinkle the powder on it, go back and forth so it coats the whole thing, and then you would put it under. Some people, when it comes to the hack, they will cure the ink first. Some people will just put it to their shirt and just press it. But with true DTF, you are supposed to. This is not the one for this. You are supposed to cure it first. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I need to add the little piece to the top of this after I press it. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to actually double press this, and let's see how it comes out. Excuse me. So yeah, when you're printing them yourself and you're doing DTF, whether it's the true one or the hack, you have to sprinkle the powder and then you have to cure the powder. The powder is actually the adhesive. Although the powder looks white when you're sprinkling it, it's actually clear. For the backs of these, that is actually white DTF. And sometimes, you know, if you do it with your DTG printer, it's DTG ink. So it's white ink where you get the white from. But just using the powder will not give you the white. So I'll show you the backs of one of them. So the back of it has white ink. This is a true DTF print. I keep forgetting about the pre-press layer, like that one. So I just let it go a little bit longer. But it's a 15-second press. I'm actually gonna leave this front piece on here and just do the back. I'm gonna see how that works out with this one if I just leave that transfer on the front. All right, any questions over here on TikTok? Feel free to ask any questions if you're just joining on TikTok. I designed these in Silhouette Studio. However, I did not save them as a PNG from Silhouette Studio because for me personally, the quality is not what I wanted it to be. My sister saved directly from Silhouette Studio as a PNG. She says it's easier for her. For me, I use Photoshop. So what I do is I save it as a PDF file and then, oh, that's so weird. Like I can see, whoa, I can see the most likely part in this film. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. No, that is from that. It's like the heat or the moisture. I can see the impression on the front film. But yeah, so I save it as a P. I'm going to take this one off. Ooh, I lied. The black is coming through. There is no dye migration block. My white isn't as white as it could be. And this is a low temp. So it doesn't seem to be that there is dye migration block in that white ink because I see like my white is turning a little bit grayish. So the little bit of polyester that's in this shirt is actually bleeding through. I don't know if that's a pressure thing or what, but I can see some of that black dye. That seems off. Nope, that's the center. It just seems a little weird. I have one more set to go after this one. So now we're going to come back to these. We're going to peel them. And then I'm going to do a finishing press on these. So this shirt is done. Oh, I have the one that I have to put the little star at the top. Are you a fan of the DTF prints? This is our first one. My husband actually likes it. I mean, it's actually not too bad. You don't really, I mean, you can feel the fact that it's on there. It's not into the shirt like sublimation, meaning that you can tell the difference between the shirt and where the print is. But as far as going over the edge, you cannot feel the edge on it. So it really is good. On one of them, we did stretch it. Now, this black ain't blacking at all. So I'm not sure if it's the heat, if it'll change, especially on this shirt that is like a really, 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 really rich black. That black ain't blacking. But given the fact again, like I won't actually like. Well, I do have an extra print, so I'll probably make myself a Jesus is the reason, and just to kind of see like when it's on the body how it feels. But I mean, just hand feel, it's actually really, really good. It is less noticeable than screen print transfer. So like with plastisol. So it's not raised like plastisol transfers. Yeah, I don't like how these shirts came out. So these sets might be for us. And I'm going to probably have to order some more and see if I can get a rush on them, because I don't like the little watermark look on these. So I'm going to see if I can convince them to squeeze me in and order, because they need these for the 15th, but it's only a 2-day turnaround for Florida Flex to get you your DTF prints. So, but yeah, I don't really like that watermark look on there. Oh, this is the one that, no. That's okay. I'm not even gonna worry about it. This one is the regular way. I didn't cut this one off. All right. All right, just to recap for those who are just joining, when I ordered these, I did not do like, make this size, like this size print for this size shirt. I treated this as if I was ordering screen print transfers. And when you're ordering screen print transfers, unless you're going to order like the minimum of, whatever it is like for each size you're going to do, you typically just do one size. It says that's what I do with screen print transfers. That's exactly what I did with these. And they're all just one size except for the 4X shirt. Of course, we made that one a little bit larger because we didn't want that to look too small. And we do have the ability to customize it to size without paying anything extra. That's the only one that is sized to the size of the shirt. All the other ones are basically sized to how I would have made it for a 2X shirt. One of the things with doing a gang sheet, to me, if you are like, as far as pricing, right? Because I talk to a lot of, business owners or those who do this for profit. So price-wise, it will still be a situation where when you're pricing this out, if you're going to order from a company that does gang sheets, and not say all of them will do gang sheets, but if you're going to do it on a roll and they have a minimum as far as size. So this was like, 1 yard. how many you can print on here depends on the design. Not all designs are created equal. You know, this is one of the things that I'm teaching in my crash course for designing. You're going to have some designs that are more rectangular, and they'll be probably longer than they are, like they'll be wider than they are long, or, you know, and vice versa. There might be a square, it might be a circle. So all of your designs are going to be different. So how you position them on there will vary. For the price of this, which it is $25 for this particular sheet, the 1 yard sheet, is they charge $25. If you are able to fit 5 on there, it's, you know, once you divide that, if you are able to fit 6 on there, or 7 or 8 or whatever, all of that is going to change the cost of each print. So if you're going to do it that way, you are still kind of like having to know the way the design is, or you may want to kind of have yourself a setup and like have a certain grid for certain things. Like, you know, if you can fit 4 on there based off of, like, you kind of have a general idea of how big their design will be. If you know you're going to be able to only fit 4 on there, you kind of build a price point for that. If you know that you can fit 5 prints on a DTF print, you'll create a price point for that. You can do it that way, or if you find a vendor that sells it, like find a few vendors that sell them by the sheets, and do a like find the median of them. So like the average cost from those who sell sheets, because they might be different prices. Somebody might sell a 13 by 19 sheet for $9. Somebody else might sell it for $7. Somebody else might sell it for $10. So kind of look at a couple different places and, you know, add theirs up, divide it by how many places you looked at, and that will be like your average cost. So if you don't want to have to constantly do the math with like, okay, well, am I going to be able to fit 4? Am I going to be able to fit 5? I'm going to be able to fit 6 on there. You can do it based off of a sheet. And if it comes out to be that price, hey, you're not losing anything. But most likely, you know, for most of it, it'll probably be to where if you were able to fit more, it's going to come out cheaper per print. So you are making money when you do it that way. So price-wise, it's up to you and how you decide to price it. But that is one of the things that I noticed, because these were not consistent as far as like how many were on each one, because as you can see, some designs are really long, some are not. This is the last one. Then tomorrow I will come in, take pictures, because I got to go pick up the kid. I'll come in, I'll take pictures and pack them up with my bag and folding bag and have them ready for the client. No, this is not the DTF hack. This is true DTF. This is true DTF. It is a very quick process. Mine is a hot peel. So yeah, this one, it says that it is both. It can be hot or cold. On their order, I'm not going to attempt it, but I do have some extras. So I will try it on the other ones. I'll try it as a hot peel and see what happens. But it on their website, it does say hot or cold peel. I just did them all as a cold peel. You know what? This is a really, really large shirt. So let's fold this in half. I'm not about to try and eyeball this because it's a much larger shirt. I can't wait to get the DTG machine so that I can compare the two. Because with DTG, you have to put a pre-treat. Some people say that they can feel the pre-treat and it makes the shirt a bit stiffer until you wash it. Some people say depending on the pre-treat that you use, you cannot tell the difference. So I can't wait to see the difference in that between DTG and this process. When it comes to this, of course, you don't have to pre-treat your shirt at all. You just press, pre-press and press. It don't seem like it is centered. It was off only about a little bit, but that really is centered. It just seems heavy to one side versus the other. All right, this I really am going to go center because it's a much larger shirt. If I go up too high, it's going to look stuffy. So I'm going to go off of the center of chest, and I'm going to measure that by using my armpits, and we're going to go back up. So I should be, way more than like 4 down. All right, so that should be pretty good right there. Let's see. I purchased my prints from a place in South Florida called Florida Flexible. They do ship, but for me, they're local, so I just picked them up in 2 days. Yeah, the adhesive is actually lifting up. I definitely would not do this as a hot peel. They say hot peel, but that adhesive is actually lifting up. I am going to try and do this one, though, where I press the back and let them both cool at the same time. No, we do not have a DTF printer. We ordered DTF transfers. I need to find a hack for white background on dark shirts using DTF transfer sheet hack. You're not going to be able to find anything because you're not going to be able to press directly to it. So, if you want, you're going to still have to do some weeding. When it comes to like Supercolor or TKO with their digital prints, which we're going to have to take this with their digital prints, what they do is they do a digital print, and they actually do screen print ink on the back. Now, if your design has a lot of detail, I don't know how you would, do that. You have to be very careful with lining it up. You can try to do that yourself, where you would print it. You can still let it dry, and then you can create yourself a screen print screen, like with what's the thing called, Speedball or whatever it is, and try to do it that way and put screen print ink on the back. I don't think it'll probably work with the water-based ink. I don't know if it'll dry fast enough. You can try it, or you can do like the Plastisol ink and just put that across the back and then sprinkle the powder. You can try it the actual like screen print method, like the actual screen, where this came from. This originated from what they were doing with screen print transfers. And they just realized that, okay, you can have that stick to DTG ink as well. And then they call them DTF. This is really just DTG ink. Where would you recommend buying shorts from? I haven't had to buy shorts in a while. We did get ours because it was for cheer. We got them from some from Jiffy and some from Epic Sports. I think I need to go down a little bit. Just for that little top part up there. I don't think it was underneath the heat press. Last print. Last print. Now, I don't remember if I pre-pressed this shirt or not. I don't think I did. Really should have a lint brush. You should really have a lint brush for black shirts. If that wasn't enough pre-press, oh well. This sucker is huge. This print. I think I actually went a little overboard with the size of this one. I'm not even gonna lie. Really think I did go overboard with the size. I don't know what I'm doing. Anybody got time for this? This shirt is too large for that. Fold this sucker in half and get my center mark. What I don't have time for is trying to line this up. I gotta go pick up my kid. I have to make sure. I don't remember if we brought our mannequins over here. I really want to take pictures of these with the mannequins. So I have to make sure that I have them here, or if not, I have to bring the mannequins here tomorrow. I like the way you think. Okay, awesome. Wait, if you screen, press white and sublimation on top. No. So it's not quite the same like doing a screen print ink and then putting sublimation on there. When they make those transfers, they print the ink first and then they put screen print ink on the back. They're not doing sublimation ink. That's something that you can try, but I'm not saying it's going to work. I've never done that, but I'm just saying that's how they do theirs. It's a regular print, and then there's screen print ink on the back. You can try that if you want. Cannot say if it will work or not. But in order to have white, you have to be able to print white onto the back of that ink some way, somehow. The colors are really, really nice. People say that you don't get great colors from Silhouette Studio. I don't know who told y'all that lie. Y'all just don't have the right instructor to help you make sure that your colors are on point, because these colors are on fire. They are absolutely amazing. absolutely amazing on the colors. And all of it was designed. The colors were set in Silhouette Studio. It's super, super vibrant. No issues with colors whatsoever. And again, I don't know if it's a requirement to press it a second time. I'm doing it because this is my first time. I don't know. And because it's for an order. Now that this was very, very bold of me to try this for the very first time on an actual order and not for myself first. I normally don't do that, but I was on a time crunch. And my sister has tried these more than once. And she says they hold up in the wash. She loves them. So I was very confident with doing them because my sister has done several prints from this particular company more than once. So I was very confident in trying this on an order, even though I haven't. But I did order an extra Jesus is the Reason for the Season for myself. So I'll be able to press one, wash it, and do all those kind of tests. This is also a design that I created in Silhouette Studio. Even the Candy Cane J, I created all of that in Silhouette Studio. There was no file for that. If you've taken any class with me, I did a video in the heck? Oh, okay. I did a video in the student union on how I did the stripes. Because even like this, it's matte. So like I said, I really don't think that it is required, but I did it anyway as far as doing a second press. So we're all done. I'm going to show these to you, and I got to get out of here so we can get the little one. So there were 7 shirts that were single-sided. They say Jesus is the reason for the season. Which let me flip the camera, mirror the video. Wait, is it mirrored? You guys see it the right way or the wrong way? I don't know. Let me know if you guys see it the right way or the wrong way on TikTok. So there's that. And then the Christmas crew. I created this ugly sweater knitted font thingy. Took me way too damn long. I don't know if I'll ever do it again because it took way too damn long. And then like I'm so anal when it comes to these right here. I didn't just do these letters C R like and just blow it up. Like it's literally made. They're all the same exact knit. It just takes up 3 rows instead of 2. So I literally made this by hand. I ain't never doing that ish again. I'm just letting you know. It will be on the site. I don't know when. It won't have this middle part. It'll just have a 0. And it probably won't have, I'll have those as extra. You can put them on there. But I'm going to do all of the digits. And then I'm just going to do Christmas crew. And y'all can use these for years to come. Because, baby, the amount of work it took me to do this. Oh, somebody else going to buy this file. Because I need to feel like I make my money back on how many hours it took me to actually do this. So at some point, it will be a file on the site. Just know that when you do it, give me a virtual hug because, baby, this was a labor of love. This ish was annoying. So Christmas crew is on the front. And they all have this on the back, like a different saying. So most likely to sing all the Christmas carols on Christmas. Oh, it's showing the wrong way. Okay, hold on. There we go. I don't know. We didn't flip it. It says mirror your video, but it don't seem like it's changing, but okay. And then there's this side for you guys. Wait, okay, there we go. Let me turn this off so you can actually see the colors, because that light makes it to where you can't really see it. There's that one. There's most likely to look sleepy on Christmas. Most likely to wrap gifts all night for Christmas. Most likely to eat all the cookies for Christmas. And these were all sayings that they gave me. So it wasn't like ones I just kind of created or I had it on my website and they picked which ones they wanted. These were all sayings that they gave me. So this is truly a customized order. Yes, they were charged. They were charged for design fee, but not for the front, because if you saw my other video, I had a totally different design. I decided to do it this way to challenge myself. So they didn't necessarily pay for all of the work that I did here. Somebody else gonna pay for it when y'all buy this file. Make sure y'all go buy the file, okay? And then most likely to aggravate my mother on Christmas. This is not vinyl. This is DTF. This is DTF, true DTF. And then most likely to watch all Christmas movies on Christmas. Shoot, on Christmas, I'm doing that now. Baby, Hallmark is what my TV stays on. I dare somebody to change my TV from Hallmark at the house. I triple dare them to change my TV from Hallmark. Houston, we gonna have a problem. Oh, there's one more. I knew there should have been one more. So you can hear it. I'm gonna put it to the microphone so you guys can hear. You can. Oh wait, there's an extra one. And then the last one says, most likely to count gifts under the tree for Christmas. And everything was designed, like I said, by me. So it's the only thing that, so the rate, like this right here was from, like, it was a part of something else. I ungrouped it, pulled that out. I arched it a little bit. I split the reins and made those white. I added a red nose for Rudolph. I added the Santa hat. I changed the bottom of the sleigh. So although I did not make each part of this, I customized it. The same thing with the tree. It was plain. I added the colors. This was one big string of lights. It actually had black down here. I changed it to white, and all of the colors from here were sampled from the lights. So that's that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I typically do not sell files that I create the year that I create them. However, a very special someone who was in my class today said that she wanted that exact same file. So I will have it on the site tomorrow because I got to leave today. I love that transfer. Jesus is the reason for the season. I don't know. I think I may have some screen prints left. I'll see. I don't know if that has any like polymer in it to actually accept the sublimation ink. I don't think it'll probably work, and it'll probably blur, but I can always play around with it. Can you press white vinyl on a shirt and then apply DTF hack? Well, I guess I might as well just use the white vinyl. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to, yeah, I mean, because if you do that, then you, I mean, so what you're saying, if you do regular white vinyl, because some men don't want glitter, so that might actually work, because you can press the sublimation print directly to glitter HTV. But if you want something that is matte, I mean, you actually can do that, where you can do white vinyl and try doing the DTF hack directly to the white vinyl so that it's not on glitter. And that is something that anyone can do, even if you don't have sublimation. I probably would do it with my pigment ink printer versus sublimation, just to make sure that it doesn't blur, if you know. But yeah, that's something that might actually work. I'm the same way about Hallmark. Yes, don't touch my TV during this time. All right, y'all. So that's all. I got to get out of here to go get baby boy. He's probably by himself. I'm not late picking him up, but he's probably by himself because most of the parents come between like 4 and 4:30. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. I wanted to ask about your classes. Go ahead. You guys will still talk to me on TikTok because once I close out over there, I take my phone with me. So you guys can still chit chat with me if you're watching over on TikTok. You have any questions about it. But I'm about to get off of here. So thank you guys for joining me as we've completed our first order using DTF. I do like it. I'll do a full-on review, especially with the shirt that I make myself. That pre-press was important because we have a few shirts I have to redo. The very, very small details. They say make sure that it's 1 point, but even for the larger sections, I still see white peekaboo in behind it. So I don't really like that on the black shirt, having that white peekaboo behind some of the parts. The green, this blue didn't, but on that black, I can see it. Other than that, it's all good in the hood. It's just on the Jesus is the reason around this black. I can see a bit of the white ink, so I don't like that. Other than that, pretty cool. I mean, the feel of it is lighter than even regular smooth vinyl. Of course, definitely, it's lighter than printable vinyl. Printable vinyl, I don't know who told y'all, I don't know who lied to y'all, but printable vinyl is heavy. Some people think that it's better. It's a better feel. To me, it's just as heavy as regular vinyl or Jet Pro 3G. So, but it's definitely lighter than both of those. And it's not what I have not tested. Of course, these are designs that have movement to them. There's a lot of space. The next time I send a print, I would like to test, like if it's one solid print, does it feel heavy? So that will probably be my next test of this, is something that is really solid but large, so that I can see how that feels and if it feels stiff when it's one large design and there's no movement between the parts. I was trying to convert my Workforce 7820, but I updated the firmware and I purchased 7820 pre-fill cartridges, but the printer will not work with them. So it's probably just those chips. You probably just kill those chips. You can go to our website, shop.hsink365.com, and order a new set of chips. If you had those cartridges in the printer when you update the firmware, you probably just killed those particular chips. But I've done well, actually, whenever I go to look, there was really no firmware update. It keeps saying that, but there really isn't one. It's one for like recovery. So I would say just order another set of refillable, just all you do is order the chips. You don't have to order the whole cartridges. All you need are the chips, and we do sell the chips on our website. So you can go and get those and then try those out. It should work because it doesn't really it's an urban myth that the firmware will completely make it where you can't ever use refillable. You can't use third-party chips. You can use third-party chips even if you've done the firmware. They can't stop you in that manner. They'll get sued again. All right. So I'm out of here. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. That is where you will find those chips. You'll find our sublimation ink, our amazing sublimation paper that allows you to sublimate at low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. So you're going to go ahead and click on this icon right here. It's going to take you to the collection for those printers, and you can go right here and order just replacement chips. Okay. So shop.hsink365.com. The link is in the description of this video. So once it's done, you can always click on that and go straight to the website and you can order those. A full set is $60. Each individual chip is $17. Okay. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.